What's poppin'? Welcome back to DBP Reloaded. You see what's on the screen here. NHL 97 on the Sega Genesis. Now, mind you, PS1 was out at this time, so I don't have the PS1 version. You know what I mean? We just gotta roll with this one. We approaching the end of hockey week. You know what I mean? We gonna end it with 98. You know what I'm saying? But this was on PlayStation around this time, so I'm quite sure. Well, I don't know. I can't say the optimal way to play it is on PlayStation because genuinely, I feel like the optimal way to play live around this time was on Sega. So I can't say that. Maybe the ones that's heavy into the NHL would let me know in the comments if the PlayStation version is the optimal way to play this game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you're gonna have the better graphics, but as far as gameplay, I don't know. So let's get to it. We gonna do, we're doing pro, we're not doing all that. I'm not feeling the music. I like last year's music more than this. I don't know what they doing with this here, what's going on in my ears, but salute though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it, but I'm not feeling it like that. I like the menu. You know what I'm saying? You could replace this with anything. You know what I mean? You could throw NBA back there and have a basketball player. So they didn't really go hard with the menu, but hey, once again, this is on PlayStation, so they probably focus more on PlayStation than this. You know what I mean? Check out the modes. Regular, you got exhibition, playoffs, best 7, new season, which is good, shootout, transactions, you know what I'm saying, where you create your player and all that good stuff up in here, you know what I'm saying? So that's good. So pretty much, you got skills challenge. Okay. All right. Hey, look, for Sega Genesis, man, you full-fledged. You full-fledged here, you know what I'm saying? So we talking about 9 with the modes, minimum high 8s, but we're gonna say 9. I mean, that's dope. You got the skills challenge added, all that. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, once on live, the 97, 98, they had little exclusive modes on Sega as well. I think it was like 2 on 2 and 3 on 3 and all that. So, I don't know if this mode is on the PlayStation. It could be, it couldn't be. I don't know. I will get that down the line and play that, you know what I'm saying, for the channel, but I cannot speak on the PlayStation version, so all I know is this one, you know what I mean? So let's get to it. But so far the modes, we talking about high 8s, 9, you know what I'm saying? Sega Genesis, this is elite to have all this on the Sega Genesis, okay? You already know, we gonna go away this time. We going to Detroit. Let's go. Oh yeah, we official too. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Hartford. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Oh, they got the music. Now, this looks similar to 96 here. You know what I'm saying? So they got the music back here. They should have had that in the beginning as well. You know what I mean? They probably want to switch it up a little bit. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Graphics, look, it looked the same as last year's. You know what I'm saying? You really can't expect a difference at this point. You know what I'm saying? It feels very good on the sticks. We talking, the gameplay automatically off top high 8s to a 9 on Sega Genesis. This is premium on Sega. You know what I mean? Off top, I'm not going to go no lower than like a mid 8, but I think that's too low as far as gameplay. The graphics, come on, stop playing. Yeah, the graphics, high 8s. You know what I mean? High 8s. If you want to go 9, I'm at that. The gameplay, we talking, high 8s to 9. The game feels great. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything bad to say about this game. Presentation is cool. Presentation, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Probably like in, 7 range. You know what I mean? Like nothing crazy. It's not like I say this. They took a drop off in the presentation from last year, which I'm surprised by. 96 looked dope, you know what I'm saying, with the presentation. I don't know why they dropped it off like that with this. You still got that music in the menu a little bit, but it's not like last year's. Last year's, I don't know why it took a fall. They should have just copied and pasted that presentation, in my opinion. So I would say probably like we in the high 7s if you want to high sevens so far, unless I see something different while I'm playing this. High sevens, man. I don't see nothing crazy here with presentation, but everything else is still here. I mean, this is still premium hockey here. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm gonna assume that 98 is the same. Come on, I gotta get that puck, dog. I gotta assume 98 is the same as this. I have to. I mean, I don't see why they would even switch it up like that. You know what I mean? Or if at all. You know what I mean? Especially with 98, they was well off into the PlayStation at the time. So to even have NHL 98 on the Sega, they looking out. You know what I mean? To be honest, you know what I'm saying? So, but everything is here, man. The game is dope. It took a hit in presentation. That's about it. But they added the skills challenge. So you take that how you want it. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember seeing the skills challenge in last year's game. If I overlooked that, then that's my bad. I don't remember seeing that there. You know what I mean? Honestly, But this game is fire. Yeah, so you got the hockey news down there, but the presentation, like as far as the menus, it took a little bit of a hit, man, to be honest with you. 96 looked crazy, but they got the music though here though in the menu, so that's still good. I love this music that they got that here, but yeah, that menu is not hitting like 96. That 96 looked fire, you know what I'm saying? As far as the menu, it was elite, you know what I mean? As far as for Sega Genesis, so. I mean, look, I say probably, if you want to say an 8 for presentation, I'm not going to trip on that, you know what I mean? But, I can't give it the same because it kind of took a hit. And then you got that weird music in the beginning, so they kind of, I don't know what they was on, but they should have just copied and paste. I'm cool with a copy and paste on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that, because you expect that at this time. And it's not like, and let's be honest, these 16-bit games, a lot of times was copy and paste. If you want to be honest, we're not going to play these games like they wasn't. You know what I mean? So you want to talk about copy and paste the games. I mean, 16-bit was notorious for copy, you know what I mean? Copy and paste, so you had a couple little upgrades here and there, but dang, terrible. Yeah, but this here, premium Sega Genesis hockey, 100% premium. This is premium, you know what I mean? Oh man, I knew that was about to happen. But, you know, my goal was to get, well, I can't say it was a goal to get all the NHLs done for the Sega, because I did review 94 before I started Hockey Week, but the fact that I got these done, that's cool. And then I did get some NHLs. I think I got all the NHLs on Xbox from '02 on down. So we gonna hit those. I gotta make sure they work. I didn't test them. I just bought them. You know what I'm saying? I had to hurry up and get back to what I was doing. So I did really nice shot. I didn't have time to really inspect them all like that. Plus they was cheap. So we're gonna be throwing them in the rotations and stuff, like some of the baseball games. We're gonna throw some of them baseball games in rotation as far as reviewing them. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna throw those in there. We're gonna throw those in as far as reviews. So we gonna probably hit them sooner than later. They just probably won't be back to back and nothing like that. You know what I mean? Because I like to do the variety thing. Come on, shoot. I like to hit you with a little bit of different stuff. You know what I mean? So, but this game is, look, I have no issues with this. I mean, I wasn't expecting some major change. I wasn't really expecting a change at all, to be honest with you. I'm I'm a little irritated that the presentation took a hit. But that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that really don't matter. As long as the gameplay didn't take a hit, yeah, that was a bad pass. As long as the gameplay didn't take a hit, that was the key. That's the key. You don't want that gameplay taking a hit. So as long as this stays the same, we good. You know what I mean? Obviously, and don't take away none of the modes. That's another thing where I don't like with sports games. They'll take away modes and features, but then add it years later and say, "Oh, the new." No, that's not new. You know what I mean? I'd rather you just leave. My thing is this with sports titles. I'd rather you not change the modes at all. You know what I'm saying? If you don't add a new mode, I'm okay with that. Just, improve the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? In the graphics or whatever, but don't take away modes or something like that. Just leave it there. Just leave it there. You know what I mean? And if you add a new mode down the line, that's fine. But don't take it away and then bring it back 5 years later like that's something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. That's something I don't agree with. But who am I? Come on. Lay him down. Come on, come on. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I would say this game pretty much, man. You know, a 9, I think is definitely, you know, reasonable for this. But if you want to say high 8s, I'm not mad at that. But I can't go no low. Really, I mean, the presentation is not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I like to add that in there, but I mean, you know, the key is the game. The key is the gameplay, but you know, it has to go on account. You know what I mean? You know, this is at least a high 8. At least a high 8. I can't go. I'm not comfortable saying mid 8 with it because you know this is. I mean, there's really this game is fire on Sega. I mean, can't really. You know what I mean? Like I say once you get to 96. I would say so far the one I like the most that I've played, probably because of presentation, is 96. That 96 though, so far the music, the everything is there, man. Like you know, that 96 was live. You know what I mean? But this is the truth too. We're not gonna do that. Lay him down. Come on. Ah, come on, man. I stay going to OT. I stay going to OT. Come on, man. Stay in that OT range. Come on, let me get that. Come on. Ah, dang. No. That's some BS, man. On everything, that's some BS. That's like a thing where I knew that was going to happen when it bounced off the goalie. I can't never time that hit, though. That's where I be messing up. I cannot time that hit for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And depending on 98, that might just be a gameplay with commentary because that one, I mean, I'm quite sure it's the same. I'm quite sure it's the same. But this here, look, dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is premium hockey on the 16-bit. I mean, you know, um, I mean, I have, you know, what can you say? You know, now I don't, like I said, I don't know much about the PlayStation version. Like I don't know anything about it at all, so I don't know how good that version is. You know what I'm saying? I can't even begin to tell you if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some that played that could speak on that, right? I see Easton down there, that's dope, but you know, I can't, you know. So I can't say. I just know this is premium on the 16-bit. Now, is it premium on PlayStation? It might be. I don't know. It may not be. I don't know. But this right here is dope. So I'll definitely recommend this if you like 16-bit hockey. You know what I'm saying? Or if you like 16-bit sports games, man. So I would say high 8s at minimum. I'm cool with a 9. You know what I'm saying? For this game, I think it's definitely dope, man. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Really appreciate it from everybody. Peace.